Because when your back's against the wall, you've got to give it your all. This is the final stand. The power's in your hand.
Two worlds collide on the inside. You gotta fight for.
Hello, and welcome to Kicking Trees, Canada's premier comic book podcast. Today, we're not talking about comic books. We're talking about anime. So today, we've both prepared top 5 anime lists, and we're gonna share them with you. Would you like to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
So now, you've watched 7 animes, you told me.
I thought 7, I think it was 6.
Okay.
Because I couldn't remember a 7.
So
So
might as well
one-
share that 6th one as well.
Okay, well, I put it down here as well
Okay.
anyway, because I thought, why
Yeah.
not? There's one left.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Oron High School Host Club.
Is this ranked order?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the best anime.
So your top anime of all time, Oron High School Host Club.
My top and also the best anime.
Okay.
Yes,
Just as a fact.
yes.
Okay.
Is Oron High School Host Club.
Okay.
If you haven't watched it, just watch it because it's a great time 100% of the time.
You have to give the audience a pitch on Oron.
It happens in a high school, and there's a host club where
Now, what is a host club?
it's where men with too much time on their hands entertain young ladies in the school who also have way too much time on their hands.
Nice.
And they just get into crazy adventures, and they're all really weird people. And in the first episode, a girl who looks like a boy accidentally breaks a vase of theirs, so she has to work for the host club to pay off her debt to them. And they slowly become friends with each of the members of the host club.
And she's poor and they're rich.
And she's poor and they're rich, so they learn a lot from each other as well.
They mostly learn from her, though.
Yeah, she doesn't learn anything from them.
No, they're all
actually.
kind of idiots.
They are kind of dumb. But it
Yes.
adds to the purity of the group.
Okay.
They're a pure group of men.
Which of the host club members is your favorite?
Tamaki.
Tamaki Suo.
He's a great man.
Okay.
He cares so much.
Now, at Comic-Con, we saw that host club jacket that one time, and you didn't buy it.
I was poor and it was expensive.
It was like $20.
There's no way
No, it
because I
wasn't.
would have gotten
It was
it.
more than $20.
Anyways, next up, number 2 is Welcome to the NHK. That's just a great story about a man who unemployed, not in education, and is just at home, who hates going outside because he has anxiety and is also depressed. And it's just a good long story about depression in multiple different people. And they do it beautifully.
Give more of a pitch on that now.
I thought that was my pitch.
It's a short pitch. You give a longer pitch.
They do beautiful things with mental health.
Nice. And it has a ballin' opening. A great opening.
It does.
Yeah.
But also there's some really funny moments in it as well.
Is the main guy in that Sato?
Yes.
His name? Yes.
It's a sad show.
It
I love
is.
it because of just how truly sad it is.
At the end of every arc, you just want to cry.
Yeah, each arc really gets you.
And it has one of the best beach episodes in all of anime.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
A bit of a twist.
It is a big twist.
Yeah.
So a standard anime beach episode, they're just having a good time, vibing on the beach. You get a lot of fan service. Not the case with Welcome to the NHK. No.
I don't know if there's any fan service in that episode.
No, it's the first time in the series where he's like, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to go outside. And then it gets crushed immediately.
Yes. And you have to watch to find out how.
Yep.
Number 3, I have Neon Genesis Evangelion. I am only counting like the actual show that led into the end of Evangelion movie. I haven't seen any of I've seen one, but not really any of the movies that come afterwards.
The rebuild films.
The rebuild films, I don't know much about those, but the actual original series there and the end of Evangelion, beautiful. I would say just the show is it's pretty good, but then you watch the movie at the end and it makes the whole show and the movie just a brilliant
elevates
piece
it
of
all.
art. Yes.
Yep. Now talk about your love for Masato in that.
There are some characters in that anime where people would choose as their main
Can't think of the word waifu right now.
waifu. I've watched 6 anime, so I don't know the terms too well.
Yeah.
Many, I would say, boys who think they're men
Mm-hmm.
would choose
Asuka.
Asuka. And many complete virgins who don't believe women are people would choose Rei.
Yeah.
Sophisticated men
Mm-hmm.
choose Masato. First of all, because she's an adult.
Whoa. Okay.
Second of all, she just has the most to offer, and she's by far just the best person of those people.
All right. So you got Oron High School Host Club, Welcome to the NHK, followed by Neon Genesis Evangelion. What is your number 4?
Next is Fooly Coolie.
I forgot that you watched Fooly Coolie.
Yeah, I did too for a moment.
Okay.
I'm counting just the first season because I thought all the ones after that didn't quite reach what the first season
You watched
did.
all the follow-up seasons?
I watched, I think, 2 of the follow. I don't know how many there were, but I watched 2 follow-ups. Is that all of them?
There was a more recent one, but at the time, I think those 2.
Look at me go.
Look at you.
Yeah. The first one was still the best, though.
Fooly Coolie is a fantastic show. It gets kind of lost nowadays because modern anime fans often haven't watched anything that came out before Sword Art Online. in like 2012, but it is an all-time classic, all-time great. It's about growing up, puberty and whatever. And then the motto from that show that I always remember is, nothing can happen if you don't swing the bat. And I've had a friend and he compared that to, you miss every score, every goal you don't take, every shot you don't take by Wayne Gretzky. No, it's different.
It is different.
Because in that case, you are getting a result you're missing. But in the Fooly Coolie motto, not swinging the bat, you're not failing and you're not succeeding. You're just not progressing at all.
Even failing would be better.
It would.
Yes.
And that's the lesson in that show.
Mm-hmm.
Amazingly animated, big inspiration for the Cartoon Network Teen Titans cartoon, the original one. They reference that show semi-frequently in Teen Titans. And Haruko is a top tier waifu.
Yes, I would agree with that as well.
She picks her nose sometimes. She's a little gross. Top tier waifu material.
Yes, it doesn't even matter that she picks her nose.
No, just because she's kind of dirty, it adds to it.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, my last two. No, okay, I'll keep it as this. My fifth one is Your Lie in April.
Did not know you watched that. That's a good show.
It is good, yeah. Your Lie in April is number 5. Also a very sad one. I always like a sad story. I like when something will make me feel something.
What is your pitch for it?
That's just about a girl who is sick, high school age, and a boy who's quite awkward, and she becomes friends with him and his other friend, and they just try to live a good life before she ends up dying. I don't think they know for sure she's going to die, but it's like she's sick, so yeah. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't even know she's sick at first. She's trying to make the best of her life before she dies. He doesn't know he's sick until like halfway through.
That she's sick.
He doesn't know that she's sick until halfway through, yeah.
And then
there's
that
a lot
devastates him.
Yeah, and that devastates him. And then there's a lot of beautiful music because he's an amazing pianist and everything. And that adds into the story in some areas as well. And it's just a beautiful and emotional time.
She inspires him to get back into the piano.
Yes.
And then she plays violin, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And then my last anime that I've watched is Darling in the Franxx.
Now, what did you like about Darling in the Franxx? Was it that 02 was saying darling all the time? And you were like, ara, ara, that's the stuff right there.
I don't know what ara ara means, but that's not what it was, no. 02 was a great highlight of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the bottom, actually, because I loved the first half. I think it was just one season, right?
Yeah.
I loved the first half, and then it kind of seemed like they had completed all of the actual story they had planned in the first half, and the second half was like, I don't know what to do now, so we'll give these other characters some random stuff and put these two main characters that have grown and that you have grown to love in the first half to the side and not do much with them anymore.
I do recall the major drop-off
Yeah.
in the second half.
It was pretty major. They should have just had like a shorter season and ended it before they dropped off.
It was a 25 episode season, I think.
Yeah, and it could have been like 12 or 30, wherever they dropped off. And they didn't, like, it was a complete story in that first half. They didn't have to keep going.
And then 02 becomes a rocket ship.
Yeah, that's strange too.
That was pretty wild stuff.
Yeah. And anyway, that's my list of top 6 anime, I guess.
So I know for a fact that there's a 7th anime you've watched.
What is that?
Bakugan Battle Brawlers.
Yes.
Why didn't that make the list?
That one I didn't think of.
Okay.
I watched it as a child. I did love it as a child.
Yeah.
I loved Shun Kazami.
Yeah.
Coolest guy around.
He was?
Also happens to be a ninja.
Yeah.
Which is a little random because no one else in the cast is a ninja or anything like that.
No.
But he's super cool because he's a ninja and he's got long, flowy hair. That show took over my life for a bit when I was a child even. Like, I was a little obsessed with it. I just didn't think of it.
How mind-blown were you with the twist that Masquerade was actually Alice?
You know what? I was pretty mind-blown.
Yeah, that was a big twist.
Because they look nothing alike.
No.
And yeah, I just didn't see it coming.
For one thing, Masquerade wears a mask, and Alice doesn't wear a mask.
Also, Masquerade appears to be a man.
Yeah.
Alice is a woman.
A real chic Zelda situation.
Yeah, it was very much like that. I did not see that reveal coming at all.
Then how cool was it when after the twist, Alice would use Masquerade's main Bakugan, whose name I don't remember. It was a Hydra thing.
I think it was just Hydronoid, wasn't it?
Hydronoid? Yeah, I think that's right.
Because Drago was Dragonoid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool as well. I guess once they got rid of the evil in her or something. I don't remember.
What's your ranking of best to worst of the Bakugan core cast?
Okay, well, the original core cast?
Yeah.
It would be Shun.
Yeah.
Then Runo, because she has blue hair.
Okay.
Then Dan.
Yeah.
Then Marucho.
Marucho's pretty high, okay.
Well, then Julie. That's all I was counting. Who else are you thinking
You
of?
put Julie under Marucho?
What did Julie do?
Marucho was annoying.
Okay, I'll put Julie over Marucho.
Nice.
She had a cool Bakugan. Gorum?
Yeah.
He was cool, actually. So yeah, I really like Marucho's Bakugan, too.
Preyas redeemed Marucho, but it was all Preyas.
Okay, so just as people, since we're talking about the people and not the Bakugan, Marucho should go below Julie?
Yeah.
Okay. Julie never showed up again, really, after the first series.
But we're strictly talking first series here.
Okay, yeah.
We're not talking New Vestroya.
New Vestroya was pretty great, though. I think that was a level up.
You like New Vestroya more?
I think that Masquerade stuff was cool.
Yeah.
Okay, no, maybe I don't like it more, but New Vestroya was pretty cool.
Something that bothered me with New Vestroya is they brought Marucho over, and then they brought... Shun was there too in New Vestroya.
Yeah,
was he there the full time?
He was. Well, he might have shown up like maybe like 5 episodes in or something.
I don't think he was a main cast member in that one.
He so was.
Was he? Okay.
Because he had cut his hair and he was wearing a...
I thought he was like going around doing ninja stuff.
I just dropped my mic off my shirt.
Nice.
Maybe he was.
Because they had that new guy.
Ace?
Yeah, Ace was the Shun replacement.
But Shun and Ace ended up knowing each other and everything.
But I don't think Shun was there all the time because they had Ace there.
You might be right. That's a crime if it's true, though.
Mm-hmm. So I was bothered that of the Battle Brawlers, they only brought the boys over and then left all the girls.
I didn't like that either.
Mm-hmm.
If, like, as my list of characters states, if you got to leave some people behind, they could have just left Marucho and Julie. They could have brought Runo and Shun. Yeah. And of course, you got to bring Dan. He's the main guy.
Dan Kuso.
Dan Kuso.
And then they introduced Mira in New Vestroya, and I don't remember liking Mira as much.
I forgot her name until you said it right now. Didn't they have some cool bad guy? Oh, you know who I hated was Baron. Do you remember Baron?
I remember Baron. Was Baron part of the New Vestroya team?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was just such a loser.
Baron was a loser. He was really annoying.
Yeah.
I
And then you
remember.
got Marucho and Baron, just two losers hanging out?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and then, okay, the first series was better because New Vestroya did try to copy Masquerade in a way with their Keith guy and who I don't even remember the masked man's name in the New Vestroya, but yeah, they just tried to copy the first story kind of, and it wasn't as good.
And he was Mira's brother, if I
Yeah,
recall.
yeah.
Look at that. We remember all sorts of Bakugan stuff.
We sure do.
This was unresearched.
It was unresearched. Actually, in the first series, there's one amazing part, too, that puts it above, is when they're capturing people's Bakugan and Masquerade is infecting people, and then that bully guy tries to capture Skyrus from Shun in a fair and square Bakugan match.
Doesn't Shun, like, beat the crap out of him as a
Shouldn't-
ninja or something?
Well, no, they have. I think he might beat the crap out of him a bit as a ninja, but as a Bakugan battle, he takes his first turn and the bully's about to go, and then Shun is like, "You're about to like try and do some illegal stuff. I'm just not going to take turns." And then Shun just kept on having Skyrus attack, and then he didn't give the bully a single turn, and he just won.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like, "Why would I wait for you to go?"
That's that thing that they were saying you should do in Pokemon. Just like, attack!
Yeah.
Again! Yeah.
And he did it.
Didn't Julie have a dying dad or something?
That sounds kind of
I
familiar.
remember her in the hospital a
Yeah.
lot. Maybe she was the one that was, I don't remember. Because then there was Naga was dying as well.
Who's Naga? That sounds familiar.
Maybe Naga was the evil one. There was the main evil Bakugan they were fighting, and then there was that Bakugan's
like
sister.
a higher being evil one is Naga.
Yeah, but
I think so.
it might have been the sister one. I don't remember.
And it was like
Who
a
had
big
which
white
name?
dragon
Yeah.
thing. I remember that. Yeah, that was
remember.
kind of less exciting than Masquerade, though.
It was an episode I remember liking is because they had that Shadow Realm thing that the Bakugan would get sucked into sometimes.
Yeah.
Remember when Dan and Dragonoid were in there together?
No, I don't. That sounds bad.
I might be thinking of you. No, I think that happened in Bakugan.
It could have happened.
Yeah.
I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
Let's get on to your list.
Bakugan Battle Brawlers.
We started talking about a show that's not even on either list.
What are you going to do? The odds are stacked against you. Because when your back's against the wall, you've got to give it your all. This is the final stand. The power's in your hand. Okay, we're done with that now. Now on to my list. Now I have 9 ready from when I did 3x3. Also on mine were Fooly Coolie, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Welcome to the NHK. So I just won't bring those up again. That works out.
That works perfectly.
Okay, my list is not ranked just because it's not ranked. I didn't think to rank it. So here's mine. First up, we got Konouba, God's Blessing on This Beautiful World.
Never heard of it.
I have a bunch of Konouba Figmas right there. Right there.
Well, with Aqua?
Yeah, with Aqua. You
Oh,
know Aqua?
Yeah, I know Aqua.
Why do you know Aqua?
We're great friends.
Okay.
We send letters.
Are you aware of who Aqua is? We don't know about Konosuba.
She has blue hair.
Oh.
No, actually, you did show me the first episode of that show. I forgot what his name was, though.
Okay.
So I thought I never heard of it, but I guess I've seen some of it.
Konosuba. It's just a pretty funny show. It's an anime comedy that actually consistently gets me to laugh, and that's not always the case with anime comedies. They take the isekai genre and they just parody it. It's like Gintama, but for isekai.
And what's an isekai genre?
An isekai is born again in another world. So you die on Earth and then you get reborn in a different world, and it's usually a fantasy world. But I guess it doesn't exclusively have to be a fantasy world.
Like Jumanji starring Jack Black, Dwayne Johnson, Karen Gillan.
There's a saying, and it's, if you don't die, it's not isekai. So Jumanji, since they don't die and get reborn, it's not an isekai. It's isekai adjacent, I would say.
Okay, Jumanji. Okay, I see.
See what I'm
Because
saying?
they don't die.
Yeah. Next up, I've got Mob Psycho 100. This one's just a really feel-good show. It's about Mob. He has amazing telekinetic psychic powers, and he's stronger than everyone, but his journey is he's always preaching that doesn't make him a well-rounded person. So he wants to learn and become good at other things and not rely exclusively on his powers.
Very nice.
Isn't that a fun little story?
That is fun.
So while he has these amazing psychic powers, he's physically weak. So he joins a fitness club and tries to work out with them. And then later on in the show, new weaklings join the fitness club and he is better than those guys and he inspires them to keep going.
Can he psychic power himself to give him great discipline and determination towards working out?
He doesn't need to because he tries really hard at that.
Oh, okay.
It's just he was incredibly not in shape.
Okay. So you just needed to start, and that was his only issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you want to be a well-rounded person.
What are his struggles? He sounds like a perfect man.
He's incredibly shy and easily taken advantage of.
Okay, that works.
And he also just wants to make friends, and he can't really talk to girls. I recommend you watch this one. It's a good show.
Why do you recommend I watch it?
Well, it's just a good show.
You didn't recommend it to me until after you listed all the main characters' flaws, and then you're like, I think this would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
I can talk to girls.
You can.
Now.
Yeah. But do you remember when you were in like middle school?
I couldn't.
Yeah. He's like middle school you.
I was better in middle school, and then in high school, I couldn't talk to anyone.
He's like high school you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It'll bring me back.
You gotta watch it.
Okay.
Next up, I have Panty and Stocking. This is getting a season 2 this year, so I'm very excited for that. And it's another comedy anime, but it also has amazing action scenes out of nowhere sometimes. This is one of the only animes I own on Blu-ray, and I just am excited for more merch from it. It parodies a lot of different genres and stories. They're 2 angels who got kicked out of heaven for being lewd or inappropriate or something, I don't remember. Now they want to try and get back into heaven by doing good deeds and fighting demons.
Is that not the show that you said purposely ended on a cliffhanger that they're never going to resolve?
Yes.
Doesn't a second season ruin that?
I think they're not going to mention it.
Okay, then it doesn't ruin it, I guess. Yeah, that works too.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know for sure. That's my theory.
That would be the way to do it.
It would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Next up, I have a lot of comedies on here, I'm realizing now. I have Prison School. This is a series that I own both the Blu-ray and all the mangas of. So I have a full collection of Prison School. I've read the full manga, and it's also very funny.
You've told me some stuff about this one. It does sound pretty funny.
This one perfectly captures high school boys.
Yeah.
And what they're thinking and up to all the time with crazy schemes and whatever.
And they end up in some wild situations.
Yeah. They go to school, and then they all get in trouble at the school for being inappropriate, and then they get sent to the school prison, and the school prison was founded to keep the school principal in when he was a high school student. And I thought that was a fun twist.
That is fun.
And he loves Latinas, the principal.
That's just a fun fact about him?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. And finally, the last one on my list, I consider this one of the greatest animes of all time. Amazingly animated, epic moments, great twists, big fights. It's Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
I know the last part of that name.
Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
It's a great show. My list, it might come across as I really liked earlier 2000s anime, and that's a fact. Yes. Gurren Lagann was if Evangelion deconstructed the mecha genre, then Gurren Lagann reconstructed it. And it's about standing tall, telling people, who the hell do you think I am? And then socking them in the face, respecting yourself, and learning leadership.
Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful stuff.
If it doesn't catch your interest, give it until at least episode 8, because there's an amazing plot twist in episode 8 that completely changes the rest of the show. And it needs more figures. I don't think Simone's gotten a proper figure before, except he's maybe gotten an android. I think that's it. I have 2 Yokos, and then I have no Kaminas. I want a Kamina figure. But the Buzzmod one was too expensive.
I see.
I've watched a lot more anime. I've probably watched about 60, and that is my favorites.
My 6 are my favorite as well.
Nice. So why don't you watch more anime?
I'm down to watch more anime.
Okay, then do it.
None have called to me. I want to watch Anohana next.
Okay, I watched Anohana.
That's the one where one of them dies and it's a friend group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that next. You watched it, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Was it sad? You hate it.
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't absolutely love it as much,
Why?
I don't know.
It just wasn't.
Your Lie in April was sadder to me because Anohana, it is them dealing with the grief of that friend having died.
Yeah.
But then
Maybe seeing someone die is worse than having someone dead.
Yeah,
already.
watching someone die slowly is sadder.
That is where the saddest parts came from in Your Lie in April, I thought. There's a moment when she's near the end and she's weak, and then she can't walk. She tries to get out of her hospital bed, she falls, and then she just starts punching her legs because she wants them to work.
That's some really sad stuff.
Yeah.
And then so much of her life was playing the violin, and she couldn't play it anymore, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That's sad stuff.
It is.
Seeing someone's body slowly fail them is sadder than reflecting on a dead friend. But you should still watch it.
Yeah.
But watch Mob Psycho first.
I don't want to watch Mob Psycho.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't grab a part of me to interest me.
It's really good, though. Mob Psycho is better than One Punch Man. Easy.
Do you not like One Punch Man?
One Punch Man is just fine. It has funny stuff sometimes, but Mob Psycho, it has a message it's trying to tell you.
I see.
And it has more feels.
Which one has more feels?
Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho would make me feel?
Yeah, it would.
More than Anohana?
It made me feel more than Anohana.
Really? What kind of sad stuff happens in Mob Psycho?
You just have to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to watch it.
I probably won't, but I'll tell you I will.
Wow. Another good one I watched recently was Summertime Rendering.
Yeah, what's
It
that
was
about?
a time loop anime.
Oh!
What?
You just remind me of an anime that should be in my list that isn't. It should be high up there.
What is it?
Steins Gate.
I forgot you watched Steins Gate. That one's really good,
That
too.
one is really good.
So what does it knock out of your top 5?
I have to see. Well, it'll knock out... Okay, talking about Your Lie in April just now made me like Your Lie in April more.
Okay.
I'm going to put Steins Gate into 4. Your Lie in April will stay in 5. Fooly Coolie is out.
Fooly Coolie's out!
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Steins Gate, quite good.
Also
Man.
a time loop thing.
Yes. Stars Okabe Rentaro. He is trying to invent time travel, and then he ends up fighting CERN, who's a real company with, I think they have the Hadron Collider in real life. And there's a dark future that he learns about and then is then trying to prevent.
And is by preventing things from happening to his pals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a real world guy that claimed to be a time traveler named John Teeter, and they implemented that into the show very well.
Yeah. And the first couple episodes are a little slow, but it just gets so amazing that I don't care that it started off slow.
Mm-hmm.
That's my new list.
So you've watched 8 animes.
Yeah.
Wowie.
I had no idea.
Okay, my camera is close to dead, it looks like.
All right.
You've got to go to work.
I do.
This is episode 6.
I have no idea.
I think it's episode 6.
I thought you said 6 last time.
I just won't say the episode.
It's another new episode.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our newest episode of Kicking Trees. We discussed our top 5 anime lists. I've been Carter.
I am Xander.
He is Xander, and we will catch you next week.